Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you a great matchup between two Blue Valley schools as the Blue Valley Tigers, coached by Catherine Witten, take on the Blue Valley West Jaguars, coached by Deborah Connerly. Let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from Blue Valley.
Hey, my name is Gabe. I'm a senior at Blue Valley High.
Hi, I'm Nick. I'm a senior.
I'm Joshua. I'm a junior.
I'm Shahab. I'm a senior.
I'm Missy. I'm a senior.
And our contestants from West.
Hey, I'm Hamant. I'm a senior.
I'm Shrevitz. I'm a senior.
I'm Colby. I'm a sophomore.
I'm Rachana. I'm a junior.
I'm Raju. I'm a junior.
All right, fantastic. Here on Categories, we will, in the first round, take turns answering questions. If the team answers this question correctly, their squad earns a point. If they answer incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by Blue Valley. So, Tigers, here is the first question. It is literature. Terrytown, North Terrytown, and Irvington on the east bank of the Hudson River in upstate New York are collectively known by what name in the works of Washington Irving? Gabe?
Sleepy Hollow.
Sleepy Hollow, very good. Coming over to you, Jaguars. Science, vocabulary. A seep is when a small trickle of water finds its way to the surface through layers of permeable rock. What is it called when the flow of the water is much larger? Come on.
Osmosis.
I cannot accept osmosis. Tigers, chance to steal this science vocabulary question. A seep is when a small trickle of water finds its way to the surface through layers of permeable rock. What is it called when the flow of water is much larger? Shahab.
Geyser.
It's not a geyser. It's a spring. It's a spring. Tigers, we are staying with you. The category is language. Identify this French term often used in English. It's a French word for boat hook that names a tactless type of behavior. Time on that. West, chance to steal this language category. Identify this French term often used in English, and it's a French word for boat hook that names a tactless type of behavior. Colby?
Avant-garde.
It is not avant-garde. It's a gaff. A gaff. West, we are staying with you. World history is the category. What organization was established by the same document that ended World War I? Colby?
League of Nations.
It is the League of Nations. Tigers, coming back to you, fine arts and painting. What objects take on unusual appearance in the Salvador Dali painting, The Persistence? Shahab?
Clocks.
Clocks, very good. Jaguars, coming back to you, general knowledge. What is the term for a lighter-than airship that comes from the U.S. Navy's B class of non-rigid craft? Time on that. Tigers, general knowledge is the category, chance to steal. What is the term for a lighter-than airship that comes from the U.S. Navy's B class of non-rigid aircraft? Gabe?
Blimp.
Blimp. Yeah, it's a B class blimp. Tigers, staying with you, government. It is measured monthly by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Different types include search, frictional, and structural. Name this economic problem. Gabe?
Unemployment.
It is unemployment. Coming back to you, West. This time it's children's literature. Who threw Brer Rabbit into the briar patch? Hamant?
Briar Bear.
It's not Briar Bear. Tigers, chance to steal this children's literature category. Who threw Briar Rabbit into the briar patch? Briar Fox. Briar Fox did that. Tigers, we are staying with you. Sports and games is the category. What is black, 1 inch thick, 3 inches in diameter, and weighs between 5.5 and 6 ounces? Nick.
A hockey puck.
It is a hockey puck. Coming back to you, West, current events. The FCC announced plans to end what? Shrevitz?
Net neutrality.
Net neutrality, very good. Tigers, math and statistics is your category. A histogram is a type of graph used in statistics. It is usually shown by columns and therefore is also called a column diagram. What kind of distribution does a histogram show? Nick.
A frequency distribution.
Frequency distribution, very good. Coming back to you, West, language is the category. What is the name of the Greek letter which is equivalent to the English S? Wachana.
Sigma.
It is sigma. Back to you, Tigers. Geography is the category. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. To the nearest 1,000 feet, how high is it? Joshua?
2,000?
Nope, cannot accept that. Jaguars, chance to steal this geography question. The highest mountain in the world is Mount Everest. To the nearest 1,000 feet, how high is it? Raju?
29,000 feet.
29,000, very good. Staying with you, Jaguars, another geography question for you. What is the capital of the largest country in South America? Colby?
Brasilia.
Brasilia, very good. Back to you, Tigers, current events this time. Tourists on the Indonesian island of Bali were stranded when the airport was temporarily closed due to what? Shahab?
Flooding.
I cannot accept flooding. West, you have a chance to steal this current events question. Tourists on the Indonesian island of Bali were stranded when the airport was temporarily closed due to what? Colby?
A volcanic eruption.
Volcanic eruption. Staying with you, West, music and composition is your category. The greatest work of a composer is referred to as a masterpiece. What 2 Latin words express it? Shrevitz?
Magnum opus.
Magnum opus. Tigers, coming back to you, general knowledge, health. What is the contagious ringworm infection of the foot called? Shahab?
Athlete's foot.
It is athlete's foot. Back to you, Jaguars. Another math question, this time geometry. What geometrical figure can be defined as a parallelogram with all sides equal, but not all angles equal? Shrevitz?
Rhombus.
It is a rhombus. Tigers, U.S. history. In what year was the Bill of Rights ratified? Shahab?
1791.
1791, right on the money. Nice job. Coming back to you, Jaguars, sports and games. How many world records did swimmer Mark Spitz set when he won 7 gold medals in the 1972 Olympics? Shrevitz?
2.
It is not 2. Tigers, chance to steal this sports and game category. How many world records did swimmer Mark Spitz set when he won 7 gold medals at the 1972 Olympics? Shahab?
6.
It's 7. 1 for each gold medal, matter of fact. Tigers, staying with you, science is the category. About 90% of it is water, but it has many active ingredients. It carries many nitrogen compounds and certain proteins as well as sugars, fats, and mineral salts. Name this substance, which accounts for more than half of the volume of human blood. Joshua?
Plasma?
It is the plasma. Very good. Coming back to you, West, government and economics. Between what 2 ages must all men register for selective service? Rachana?
18 and 35.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Tigers, chance to steal this government and economics category. Between what 2 ages must all men register for the selective service? Shahab?
18 and 50.
It's not 18 and 50. It's 18 and 26. Tigers, we are staying with you. Architecture is the category. In style of architecture, is Westminster Abbey Greek Revival, Romanesque, Gothic, or Gregorian? Gabe?
Gregorian.
It is not Gregorian. Jaguars, chance to steal this architecture category. In style of architecture, is Westminster Abbey Greek Revival, Romanesque, Gothic, or Gregorian? Colby?
Gothic.
It is Gothic. West, we are staying with you. U.S. government is the category. When the House and Senate meet or sit in joint session, where do they convene? Hamad?
The House chambers.
The House chambers, very good. It's the bigger of the two. Coming back to you, Tigers, art history. Andre Breton's 1924 October Manifesto inaugurated in what new movement in art? Shahab?
Impressionism.
It is not Impressionism. Jaguars, chance to steal this art history question. Andre Breton's 1924 October Manifesto inaugurated what new movement into art? Raju?
Modernism.
That is not modernism, surrealism. Surrealism. A lot of choices on that one. West, we do have the next question. It is chemistry. What is the coefficient of oxygen in the equation for the formation of water? Hamad?
2.
It is not 2. Tigers, chance to steal this chemistry question. What is the coefficient of oxygen in the equation for the formation of water? Nick?
1.
Is 1. Tigers, staying with you. Another history question, this time with quotations. What was Thomas Edison's definition of genius? Time on that. West, chance to steal this history quotations category. What was Thomas Edison's definition of genius? Hamad?
1% inspiration, 99% perspiration.
That's exactly what we're looking for. Very good. West, staying with you. This time it's another history question. This time world history is the category. What is the name of the family dynasty that rules most of the Arabian Peninsula? Raju?
Saud.
Saud, very good. Tigers, coming back to you. General knowledge, food. What kind of pea, often found in Oriental dishes, is eaten pod and all? Shahab?
Edamame.
I cannot accept edamame. Jaguars, you do have a chance to steal this category right before we go into the halftime. The category is general knowledge and food. What kind of pea, often found in Oriental dishes, is eaten pod and all? Hamad?
The black-eyed pea.
It is not the black-eyed pea. It's a snow pea. Snow pea. All right, that siren does denote the end of our first half, and we have a great game going on here. The score right now is Blue Valley 10, Blue Valley West 12. In this part of our program, we go to a representative from each school as they will give us a campus update. And Nick, you're giving us the update for Blue Valley. So what is going on with the Tigers?
Well, John, first I'd like to start out with our cheerleading team. They went to our all-state competition a couple weeks ago, and they took first, following up their national championship season last year with a state championship win. So, go Tigers.
Right.
And then this week we have a band concert on Tuesday. It's our winter concert, and then the swim team has a meet at Topeka on Tuesday. Our basketball season starts this week, and our school's theater department is putting on a play. You're in town. I believe it's this week too. So.
Awesome. A lot of great things happening there. All right, so does the winning the state then qualify them for nationals for the cheerleading?
No,
or is
it's
that
separate.
A different thing. Okay, very good. All right, and Hamant, you are giving us the update for the Jaguars. So what's happening at West?
Yeah, things are going good at West. This past weekend, we had many Jaguars participate and compete in the all-district orchestra, band, and choir competition and concert. So that went very well. Additionally, our theater department is putting on the production of the musical Oklahoma, which is going to feature many of the different performing arts organizations like the pit orchestra and the choir, etc. So that'll be very involving and very interesting. And last but not least, winter sports have kicked off and are in full swing with swim and basketball doing very well. And girls basketball is currently 2-0, so hopefully they can continue that great form into the season.
All right, good stuff. Yeah, it's hard to do updates when it's kind of in between those sports seasons, so you guys did a great job. As we head into our second round, the lightning round, questions are placed on the floor for either team to answer. As tradition here on Categories, we will start off our lightning round with our Look and Listen question. Look and Listen will be displayed on a monitor here for our contestants in the studio, as well as we'll be projecting it for you playing at home. And just a couple reminders to the contestants, when someone rings in, we cannot rewind the video. We have to freeze it from that point forward. And the Look and Listen question is worth 2 points. All right, so here we go. Both hands on the buzzers. Who's the subject of this profile?
He began with an idea that most people thought wouldn't work, but he made it work.
Shahab?
Henry Ford.
It is Henry Ford, and with that correct response, you've even up the score at 12 apiece. As we continue here in the lightning round, questions will be placed on the floor for either team to answer. The rules apply as they did in the first round. If a team responds correctly, they earn a point for their squad. If they do answer incorrectly, the other team still gets a chance to steal the category. So here we go, both teams. Shakespeare is the category. Of whom did Shakespeare say, here's the quote, "Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety"? Rochana?
Queen Mab.
I cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this Shakespeare category. Of whom did Shakespeare say, and here's the quote, "Age cannot wither her, nor custom stale her infinite variety"? Shahab?
Queen Victoria.
It's not Queen Victoria. It's Cleopatra. Cleopatra. Grammar for both teams. How would all of the following pronouns be classified? And here's a list. Other, anyone, all, someone, either. Shrivitz?
Collective.
I cannot accept collective. Tigers, chance to steal this grammar question. How would all of the following pronouns be classified? Other, anyone? Shahab?
Indefinite.
Indefinite. Very good. U.S. geography for both teams. What American city stands at one end of the Peace Bridge? Shahab?
Buffalo.
It is Buffalo. Sports and games for both teams. How many players are there on a rugby league team? Shahab?
9.
I'm sorry, it is not 9. West, chance to steal the sports and games category. How many players are there in a rugby league team? Ahmad?
11.
It's not 11. 13. 13. Both teams, ancient history is the category. Great traders in the Mediterranean, this ancient civilization invented a technique for dyeing cloth purple. They also developed an alphabet. Name them. Colby.
The Phoenicians.
The Phoenicians. Very good. U.S. geography for both teams. What state has an annual gumbo festival with... Shrivitz?
Louisiana.
It is Louisiana. And you've tied up the score at 14 apiece. U.S. history for both teams. Give me the first and last names of the 2 women who were both the wife and mother of an American president. Ahmad?
Abigail Adams and Martha Bush.
They both take that. Very good. Both teams, next category is science. How many vitamins are known to be essential to human health? Roshana?
12.
It's not 12. Tigers, chance to steal this science category. Shahan?
6.
It's not 6. 13. 13. Literature. What color was the knight who proposed a beheading game in a medieval romance that also includes Sir Gawain? Shahab?
Black.
It is not black. West, chance to steal this literature category. What color was the knight who proposed a beheading game in a medieval romance that also includes Sir Gawain? Ahmad?
White.
It's not white. Green. It's green. You wouldn't associate green with such barbarism. All right, here we go. U.S. history, weaponry is the next category. Samuel Colt made his fortune by manufacturing revolvers. How many rounds of ammunition did his famous Colt revolver hold? Nick?
6.
It is 6, a 6-shooter. Art terminology for both teams. In art, the process of hammering metals to raise a design above the surface is called what? Roshana?
Stippling.
It's not stippling. Tigers, chance to steal this art terminology question. In art, the process of hammering metals to raise a design above the surface is called what? Gabe?
Embossing?
It is embossing. Both teams, government and economics is the next category. Which amendment to the Constitution preserves the right to a trial by jury in civil cases? Gabe?
Fifth Amendment?
It is not the Fifth Amendment. Wes, you have a chance to steal this government and economics question. Which amendment to the Constitution preserves the right to a trial by jury in civil cases? Roshana?
8th.
It is the 7th. It is the 7th. Both teams, here we go. The next category is science and vocabulary. How far does light travel in 1/299,700? Shahab?
1 light year.
I cannot accept 1 light year. West, West, you do have a chance to steal this category of science vocabulary. Exactly how far does light travel in 1/299,792,458th of a second? Trevitz.
1 meter.
1 meter. That's actually the official definition of a meter. World history for both teams. Scotland Yard. This is multiple choice. Scotland Yard was built on the site of a Druid ruin, ancient graveyard, important battle, or an unsolved murder. Gabe?
Graveyard?
It is not graveyard. Wes, chance to steal this world history question. Scotland Yard was built on the site of a Druid ruin, ancient graveyard, important battle, or unsolved murder. Roshana?
Druid ruin.
It is murder, an unsolved murder. Grammar for both teams. What figure of speech is John Keats using when he describes a Grecian urn as, here is the quote, unravished bride of quietness? Gabe?
Personification.
Personification, very good. Music, orchestra is the next category. Does the harpist usually sit to the left or right of the orchestra conductor? I didn't see you got it. I think it was Gabe?
Right.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Wes, chance to steal. Hamont?
Left.
It is the left. That's why that one was reserved for the lightning round. World geography for both teams. The Alphonse VIII Canal, completed in 1926, gave what Spanish city safe access to the sea? Colby?
Seville.
It is Seville. Nice job. Literature for both teams. Which city provides the setting for the novel The Maltese Falcon? Colby?
Valletta.
I cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this literature question. Which city provides the setting for the novel The Maltese Falcon? Nick?
Vienna.
It is not Vienna, it's San Francisco. San Francisco. Both teams, music composers. Who composed Appalachian Spring? Shrevitz?
Charles Ives.
I cannot accept that. Tigers, chance to steal this music composer's question. Who composed Appalachian Spring? Gabe?
Mozart.
It's not Mozart. Aaron Copeland. Aaron Copeland. Government and economics is the next category for both teams. Which government entity's role is it to offer unbiased estimates of what a proposed bill or program will cost? Joshua?
The CBO.
The CBO, very good. U.S. history for both teams. In 1971, what agency left the cabinet and became a nonprofit corporation? Joshua?
The Federal Reserve?
It is not the Federal Reserve. West, a chance to steal this U.S. history question. In 1971, what agency left the cabinet and became a non-profit corporation? Amar?
The Red Cross.
It is not the Red Cross. It's the Post Service, U.S. Postal Service. Geography, state capitals. What is the smallest city in population that is a state capital? Colby?
Juneau.
It is not Juneau. Tigers, chance to steal this state capitals geography category. And what is the smallest capital city in population? Gabe?
Pierre.
It is not Pierre. Montpelier, Vermont. Current events for both teams. Demi Lee Nell Peters represented which country when she was crowned Miss Universe 2017? Shahab?
The Philippines?
It's not the Philippines. West, you have a chance to steal this current events question. Demi Lee Nell Peters represented which country when she was crowned Miss Universe 2017? Roshana?
Colombia.
Sorry, it's South Africa. South Africa. Economics for both teams. The Federal Reserve controls the money supply of the United States. By what letter and number combination is the money supply known, which includes currency, traveler's checks, and checking account balances? Shahab?
W2.
It's not W2. West, chance to steal this economics category. The Federal Reserve controls the money supply in the United States. By what letter and number combination is the money supply known, which includes currency, traveler's checks, and checking account balances? M1. Geography for both teams. How many degrees of latitude separate the Tropic of Cancer from the Tropic of Capricorn? Nick?
70.
It is not 70. Chance to steal this last question here, West. Geography is the category. How many degrees of latitude separate the Tropic of Cancer from the Tropic of Capricorn? Colby?
45.
I'm sorry, it's 47. 47. That siren does denote I believe that was the end of our regulation time, and we have a score tied at 18 apiece. So our overtime rules are going to go into effect. So this means there will be 5 additional questions. As soon as someone has a majority of those questions, the game will be over. Obviously, there would be 3 out of the 5. If we get through all 5 questions and we have a tie, then it will then go to a sudden victory question. Here we go, both teams. When the Spaniards were establishing presidios in the 17th century, what exactly were they establishing? Shahab?
A colony?
Cannot accept colony. West, chance to steal this history question. When the Spaniards were establishing presidios in the 17th century, what exactly were they establishing? Colby?
Missions.
Cannot accept missions. Forts. Forts is what we're looking for. Next category for both teams, fine arts, music. Name the delightful scherzo by Paul Dukas in which a magician has the secret of transforming a broom handle into an automaton capable of performing menial tasks. Nick?
Fantasia.
I cannot accept Fantasia. West, you have a chance to steal this fine arts music category. Name the delightful scherzo by Paul Dukas, which a magician has the secret of transforming a broom handle into an automaton capable of performing menial tasks. Rochana?
The Sorcerer's Apprentice.
It is the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Question number 3. Math is the category. How many inches of picture frame molding are needed to go around a picture that is 11 by 8.5 inches? Nick?
39.
39. General knowledge for both teams. As it ages, wood furniture acquires a shiny surface and a rich color. What's the term for this finish? Gabe?
Varnish.
Can I accept varnish? Shrivitz?
Patina.
It is patina. That is correct. All right, here we go. Question number 5. Science. Multiple choice. Here are the choices. Moss, a fern, a snail, or a mushroom? Which of these would be the interest of a bryologist? B-R-Y-O-L-O-G-I-S-T. Shahab?
Moss.
It is a moss. With that correct response, you have once again tied up the score. So we are going with sudden victory. Both teams. The sudden victory question, first one, is U.S. geography. It extends further south than any other of the Great Lakes. It is eight. Shahab?
Michigan.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Jaguars, chance to steal this U.S. geography question. It extends further south than any of the Great Lakes and is 8 feet lower than Lake Huron and is 326 feet higher than Lake Ontario. Name it. Colby?
Lake Erie.
It is Lake Erie. What an excellent contest today. We're going to overtime and an additional question. With the close battle, Blue Valley West is coming on top with a final score 21 to Blue Valley 20. Please join us again next time here on Categories as we will continue to bring you the best and brightest minds of high school students all throughout Johnson County.